What would you do if your local sheriff brought in 200 armed men to watch over an election everyone expected them to rig? That's not a dystopia. That's actually what happened in a small town in Tennessee in the summer of 1946. It's called the Battle of Athens. And you might say it's more about our moment right now than we would like to admit. On August 1st, which was Election Day, in McMinn County, the sheriff's office brings in about 200 armed deputies, some from out of state. They patrol polling places, arrest GI poll watchers, and drag ballot boxes into county jail for safekeeping. Then, a black man named Tom Gillespie shows up to vote. A deputy tells him he can't. Gillespie objects. The deputy hits him with brass knuckles, and Gillespie runs for the door, and the deputy shoots him in the back. He survives, but for the veterans watching, something snaps. Because these weren't just local guys trying to vote. They were combat vets. Some were Marines from Tarawa. Some had just come back from North Africa. And they were watching armed deputies decide who was allowed to participate in the democracy they'd fought to defend. For years, McMinn County had been run like a private racket. The sheriff's office got paid by the case. Every person they booked brought in money. Deputies pulled travelers off buses and fined them for bogus charges. They had gambling and bootlegging that were protected if you paid the right people. And elections, those were rigged before the first vote was ever cast. These veterans tried everything else first. They formed a nonpartisan slate, telegraphed the governor and the U.S. Attorney General asking for protection. Nothing happened. No one came. So that night, they broke into the National Guard armory. They grabbed rifles and ammunition and rounded up dynamite from around town. Then, they surrounded the jail. They shot out the streetlights and demanded the ballot boxes. And when the deputies inside refused, they started blasting. After hours, yes, hours of gunfire and explosions, the sheriff's men surrendered. The veterans hauled the boxes to the courthouse, counted the votes in front of the town, and won in a landslide. No one died, but democracy took a pretty big bruise, and so did the idea that law alone would protect it. Because here's the part people miss. These veterans weren't trying to burn down the system. They believed in it. They just couldn't accept being ruled by a machine that only pretended to follow the rules. And that's the part that feels close in 2025. The threats look different now. AI-generated disinformation, hardwired gerrymanders, voter roll purges, courts that keep shifting the goalposts. But the feeling that your vote might not matter, that the outcome has already been chosen, that part's familiar. And when enough people feel that way, they stop trusting, and they start looking for other ways to take back power. That's what Athens warns us about. Not something to repeat, but something to learn from, so we don't end up facing the same door with the same desperation and fewer choices. So ask yourself this: where are the ballots still locked in the jail where you live? And what are we doing now so we never have to pick up dynamite just to be counted?